Once you've added your background, it's time to add some content. And to do that, we're going to go over to the images button, click on that, and you'll see anything that you've already uploaded. Obviously, I have some stuff here. You might not. If you click on the upload image, it'll take you to your files and allow you to upload from there. But another thing you can do is if you click on this gear, you can go down and choose Add Integrations, and you can connect this to your Google Drive. And then that way you can just simply click on your Google Drive and click Connect. And then you'll be able to search directly from your drive. So that's something you might find useful. Now, I'm just going to use an image that I already have. But another thing you can do is choose the Bing search. So if you are looking for something and you want to search the web for it without having to open up a new tab, you can go in here and search for whatever it is. I'm going to search for dog, as I always do. And I'm going to find my nice, perfect dog image here. And I'm going to add that photo. And then once I do that, I can insert the photo. Okay, so once I have my image selected, the context pane over here has changed. So as you can see, if I click on the image to expand that, I can change how the image fits. Okay, I can use different crops to take out parts of the image that I don't want. So if I want to get this to just be more of the dog and less of the background, that's how I can do that. And then it says to press enter to complete the cropping. You can add effects like we could with the background. So you can remove the saturation, add some contrast, change the brightness, completely change the look of the picture. And that goes kind of beyond what we can do in Google Drawings. Just like in Google Drawings, we can change the border. So the larger the number here, the bigger the border. You can choose styles and you can choose colors. And something that's nice here is if there's color in your background already, or there's other colors in the document, it'll show you the document colors so you don't go overboard and end up having too much color. And just like before, remember, you can use the color wheel and you can make the exact color and shade that you want. And that's not really much of a background a border rather. So I'm just going to type in a number, and there we go. Now I actually had rounded selected there. Okay, so that's going to give me a bit of an odd border, a 2-inch rounded border. So I'm going to go back down to like a 1/4 inch and see it just gives me like that rounded edge, which is pretty interesting there. You can also add shadows, and there's different functions of that. You can change the opacity. So if you want your image to be a little bit see-through, you can do that. And then you could add a slideshow. I'm not going to get into that. You're definitely welcome to check that out for yourself, but I'm not going to get into that. And you can even make your image a link. So let's say if you were posting this to the web, which as we saw we can do, you can add a link to whatever you want. So go ahead and add some images to your library and add them to your document then, and play with some of those features in the context pane. Again, you have to have the image selected. Notice how it changes back to page if I click away from the image. If I click on the image, now I have all those options that I saw before. Go ahead and check that out. Go on to the next video.